right, my name is Steffon Bradford. I'm actually founder and owner of Lifeline Elite Sports. And we specialize in athletes, and we specialize in mentoring athletes as well too. And we host a lot of events that bring in a lot of opportunities to the athletes in Omaha, Nebraska, just Nebraska in general and around the U.S. And right now, I have with me Coach Mike Thompson.
Hey, Coach. Good day. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Truly my pleasure. Truly my pleasure. Now, I asked Coach Mike Thompson to actually be a part of my pro showcase because I like his coaching style. And plus, he's a veteran coach in the game. So one thing I learned about being a professional players they love veteran coaches because they can trust them. They understand that when they put something on paper, when it comes to the X and O's, they know that the veteran coach know what he's talking about. So, Coach, how do you enjoy the pro showcase?
Coach, I loved it. It was a lot of fun for me. It was, being a small high school coach, I don't get to always coach that much talent at the same time, and these were guys that were highly motivated and really wanted to do well, obviously, and so I had a great time.
That's good. That's good. And what was your actual the first thought that ran into your head when I actually invited you to be the coach of the pro showcase?
Well, to be honest with you, Coach, I was kind of surprised because I know you know a lot of guys and you have a lot of contacts, an amazing number of contacts, and so I was just really kind of honored, to be honest with you, that you would think of me. And you know, if you just want a veteran, you want somebody that's been around for a long time, I guess I checked that box off pretty easy. That's
very true. But you know, the thing that really drew me to you was when we actually played against you, when Brownell played against your team, and how you coach your team. You were so passionate, you know, when you were interacting with the boys, and they responded well to you. They responded well, and y'all played us tough. Y'all played us tough, even though we are a rival. But it's just the way you was able to just uplift your boys, to make your boys believe that, hey, we can beat them, and they responded well.
Well, I give a lot of credit to them for, you know, having a lot of kind of grit and determination. It is a rivalry, and so our guys, we had played earlier in the year and not played as well, and so our guys were pretty motivated. My assistant, Coach Wilson, he's a great motivator, and so but I as I've gotten older, I really do appreciate the kids. It keeps me as young as I can be. It keeps me young just dealing with those guys. So,
man, that's it. You know, it was definitely a pleasure playing against you. And also, I have a question. Why do you think it's so hard for athletes of Nebraska to have the same opportunities of kids that's in athletics in the big cities?
Wow, that's a good question, and in some ways it's hard for me to answer that totally because I've been within 100 miles of here pretty much my whole life. I think the number of the number of kids is an issue. Sure. We're not close to other big population areas. I will say, you kind of look at the kind of talent that's coming up through this right now, especially some tremendous players and some tremendous teams, and so hopefully that'll kind of the word will get out and they will get some more opportunities. I know your organization is kind of taking a step in that direction, I think. So yeah, that's an important thing.
Yeah, that was the main focus. When I sat down and I said, you know what, I want to start my own company dealing with sports, and that was the first thing that comes to mind. It's the actual youth that's in Nebraska in general that really don't have the actual opportunities that someone like me that come from the big city, that been around big cities, the opportunities that they have and the opportunities that's provided to them. And I'm sitting back like, okay, we have a lot of untapped potential and talent right here in Nebraska, from the small farm kids to the inner city kids. It's so much talent, but the spotlight is not big on Nebraska, you know? So this is the actual culture I'm trying to change. And me trying to change that culture, sometimes, you know, sometimes it's hard. It's hard because people have to believe in the product, you know?
Yeah.
People have to believe in the product, and then you have some people that have been dealing with certain products that haven't been producing. So when you come with a product and you say, okay, this product is going to work, it's guaranteed. I'm gonna use my influence, I'm gonna use my connections, I'm gonna make sure it works. And people still a little skeptical because of the past products that have taken advantage of the youth, you know, and that's hard. But what do you think we have to do in order to break that barrier?
Well, I think in the past there's been, you know, basketball organizations that have had, you know, teams that go and play in the AAUs particularly during the summer, and so some of those guys have gotten seen that way and have done well at times that way. I think that's one opportunity. I've noticed at the, you know, obviously more at the A level that they're starting to play the Oak Hills and those, you know, kind of basketball factory type schools and compete with them, and I think that'll help, especially the upper level kids. You know, I guess is when you talk about kids maybe more that would be the, you know, Division II, NAIA type players. Again, I think maybe you're onto something when it just, you know, the product has to be there. You know, you have to have a few guys that really do excel, and there have been those guys. Yeah, you know,
that's true.
Years, so.
Yeah, over the course of the years. But when you look at the actual talent that's in this pool within this Nebraska community, you look at it like it should not have to be just a handful of guys every 2 or 3 years. It should be a pool of guys every year, because there's so much talent in Nebraska. There's so much talent. And when you mentioned the AAU, one thing I learned when I played AAU, I was with Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Udonis Haslam, Major Parker, and then Keon Dooling, Mike Miller. All of us was on the same AAU team.
That's a nice team, by the way.
A beautiful team, right? We was called Florida Flash. We was called the Florida Flash. And we used to travel all around the U.S., and we traveled in foreign countries as well, too, and played. But when we did this, our parents did not have to pay, you know, $3,000 or something of that nature for us to be a part of something that's so special. And we living in a day and time now, not all programs, you know, but we have some programs that they actually taking advantage of the families, you know, because they know families have a certain amount of money, so they know they can tap into that. And I started watching that, I'm like, whoa, it's no way a kid should have to pay $3,000 or $1,500 to get better or be a part of something that's supposed to be pure. It's supposed to bring a joy.
It's kind of a balance between giving kids an opportunity and then turning it into a business.
And turning it into a business
proposition,
And I always said this with my peers and my peers that have been playing professional ball for so long, and I'm always saying, you know, when you start turning things into an actual business, then you actually take the teaching and the love out of the game, because now you're not focusing on the actual skill sets or the mentorship that you should be focusing on in order for the athlete to develop a keen sense of skills to help them on the court, and also help the woman and the man within the athlete be a better person as well too. You taking that out of the equation when you just focusing around business.
It's a distraction.
It's a big distraction.
You got to fill that work up. Yeah.
Yes, because now your kids is just cattle. That's it. Okay, and horses. I have my thoroughbred over here. I have my cow. They're gonna bring me more beef over here. The rest of the horses that can't run faster than that horse, they're gonna stay behind in the stable, you know. But yet you still paying the same price.
It still costs $3,000.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So it's, you know, it's crazy what the game have gone over the years now, you know, and this is what I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change the actual culture and bring that love back to the game. And that's the reason why when I hosted the Pro Showcase, the price was $250. But it was kids grown men calling me and were like, look, you know, because of the pandemic, man, I have been out of work. I don't have no source of income. I really want that opportunity. So I went back with my team. We put our heads together, we thought about it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna put forth my own money. I'm gonna scholarship the entire showcase. So I cut the price down and made it from $250 to $100 for players, you know. And that came out of my pocket just for the love of the game, and just to make sure the players had a right opportunity.
Well, that was one of the things that impressed me, is that it really was obviously you giving back, based on the blessings that you had, and giving that back to some guys. And I'm anxious to find out from that Pro Showcase, how some of those guys are doing, and hopefully there's going to be some fruit from that. So
I got a name for you. You might know him, Devarrel Biggs.
Oh my goodness!
That went to University of Nebraska. That was projected to go late first round in the draft, but he ran into some difficulties with the coach at Nebraska, and his career down spiral. He had something that happened within his family that was tragic, and he never could get back on his feet. But me mentoring him and me letting him know, like, hey, don't give up on your dreams. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Even though it's been so long,
Oh yeah.
And he actually stuck to the gym, continued to work, and he always asked me, man, you really think I'm gonna get back to where I need to be at? I always used to tell him, yes, keep going. I'm gonna provide an opportunity for you. Trust me. Now, I provided that opportunity for someone like Devarrel Biggs, and now Devarrel Biggs, as you seen with your own eyes, is
absolutely
a dynamic, electrifying player, And he turned the showcase out, and all the coaches, the overseas coaches, was like, "Who is this kid?" So, but it was a coach from Croatia that was following the live feed on Lifeline Elite Sports on Facebook, and then he saw Devarrel, and he offered Devarrel a contract.
Nice.
Devarrel is holding his first professional contract, and now the DR just sent him a contract. So now you have a choice. Out of all these years, he's 29 years old, never been anywhere.
That's cool. That's really that's got to make you feel good. That's like it's paying off.
For you all watching this right now, if you have a kid that have college dreams, just playing basketball at a collegiate level, no matter what school is at, what university is at, man, please sign your kid up for the showcase April 10th. It's 15 guaranteed college coaches coming from all over the United States. I haven't even started working on the Nebraska coaches yet, and I'm about to start working on them as we speak, so when I get home. But your kid deserves that. Your kid deserves a real opportunity to actually showcase their skills before they can further their career. What parent don't want a free education? That's more money in your pocket, and that's an actual blessing for your kid to actually pursue his dreams as well too. And I'm telling you, it's guaranteed. It's foolproof. My coaches will be there sitting courtside, and I'm trying to get 30 coaches, and I'm gonna cut it off, and they all gonna be sitting courtside. Your kids will be having full uniforms. It will actually be a championship game, and I'm inviting sophomores, I'm inviting juniors, I'm inviting seniors. So the sophomores will be playing against the sophomores, the seniors will be playing against the seniors, and the juniors will be playing against the juniors. And each one of them will have a championship game within that day. And each one of them will be given hardware to take back home with them for the MVP.
So, hey, I'm glad to have you all, man, a part of this the Zoom call and everything. So I'm going to be asking a few questions real quick. And first, we're going to start off with Travis. But before I ask the question, I want everyone to please introduce themselves, starting with you, Trav.
Hello, everyone. My name is Travis McAvene. I currently work as the Grassroots College Basketball Director for Lifeline Elite Sports with Steffon. I'm also currently coaching pro basketball in the Dominican Republic for a club team called Santiago Club.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. My name is Lionel, Garrett. Currently coach at Wilberforce University. It's my third HBCU that I've worked at. I've coached, of course, professionally in 3 different countries. And I'm just happy to be here and answer any questions you might have.
Mr. Josh.
Yes, I'm Coach Horton, Joshua Horton. I've done some coaching at the lower level myself over the course of recent years, and actively a full supporter of Lifeline Elite Sports and a supporter of Steffon Bradford. And definitely was glad to be a part of that event and coaching that event as well.
Okay, we're going to start with Coach Travis. Coach Travis, tell me your overall background when it comes to coaching college and also professional basketball for the past 2 or 3 years.
I mean, I've been busy the last 23 years, Steph, that's for sure. Like I said, I'm currently going to be coaching this coming July for a club team in Santiago, Dominican Republic, at the United Cup in La Vega. So that's my most current coaching experience that's going on. But I have been a Division I college basketball coach at different times, NAIA coach, and also a junior college coach. I got my basketball career started as a head prep school coach on the post-grad level years and years ago. So time goes by fast, and here we are on year number 23 and still trying to win basketball games.
And that's what it's about, and also building kids, that's for sure. But that's an impressive resume, that's for sure. And define your role and your position as being the grassroots of Lifeline Elite Sports.
I mean, the biggest thing that what I've tried to do, Steph, is bring quality college basketball coaches to the forefront to recruit our kids that we're bringing in for class of 2021 and 22 that are all unsigned. So I have spent a lot of time trying to deal with college basketball coaches and recruit them to come to our event. And that ranges from NAIA coaches, junior college coaches, Christian college coaches. I mean, really the only audience we can't deal with right now because of the time period or NCAA Division I and Division II coaches. But other than that, I've tried to target as many college coaches as possible across the country to come out and recruit these kids.
What is your goal? What are your goals concerning the 2021 and 2022 class? What are the goals you're trying to meet?
I mean, the biggest thing, Steph, is I want to make sure that as many kids as possible that are attending this showcase get some scholarship opportunities and get signed from the college coaches that I'm bringing out to the event that are flying in to see these kids. And really it just depends on whether the kid academically is going to be a junior college kid or a 4-year kid. And that it really doesn't matter as long as I feel like a lot of our kids that are coming out are receiving some type of scholarship funding from the coaches that are coming in and getting that opportunity to play college basketball next year.
Okay. Tell me, why did you decide to be a part of this actual college showcase? Why you decided to actually help put together this college showcase? What are your reasons?
I mean, the biggest reason is I really have a strong desire to make sure that kids are getting opportunities to go to the next level. And I felt like Omaha, Nebraska is a good location. It's, it's centralized across the country, especially in the Midwest, and being that we had a pro basketball showcase that went very successful last week. I feel like that our college showcase could be even better. And I just really want to be able to make sure that, you know, because of this pandemic year and the trials and tribulations we've all had to go through, there's a lot of colleges didn't have their seasons and a lot of high schools that were postponed at different times. So this has given everybody, both on both sides, high school and college, the opportunity to get seen the right way and get an opportunity to play college basketball for 2021, 22.
Last question. How do you feel about Omaha, Nebraska? The showcase being held right here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, the college showcase could have been in any big city, but we are keeping it right here in Omaha, Nebraska. How do you feel about that? Now, be careful what you say. Be careful what you say. Now, these natives, they serious about Omaha, Nebraska in general.
Like I told you last weekend, you know, prior to being out there last week, the last time that I visited Nebraska was in 1994 when I was getting ready to graduate from high school. And I visited 2 junior colleges out your way, Western Nebraska Community College in Scotts Bluff and Northeastern Junior College in Sterling, Colorado. And it has brought back fond memories. And there's so many opportunities out there for a lot of small colleges to get involved with this. And I enjoyed my time in Omaha. The hospitality was great last week. And I think that all the college coaches that I'm bringing in are also going to see that Omaha is a great place to be and is very welcoming on basketball, period. I think it's a basketball area, and I think everybody will enjoy their experience, both the players and the coaches attending our showcase here on Saturday, April 10th.
I agree. I truly agree. Now, moving on to Coach Lionel. Coach Lionel, man, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence on the platform.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of viewers. They're going to be interested in who you are. Okay. So let's start off. Tell me about your coaching background.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've been coaching I'm old school. I've been coaching for about 30 years. I've been around. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, though, as far as my college coaching career, I've worked at Miles College as an assistant and a head coach in Alabama, at Talladega College in Alabama, the same way, started as assistant, ended up the head coach, and currently I'm coaching at Talladega College in Ohio. And I'm doing player development for the women's team. So I'm doing something a little different than I've ever done as far as college. I started here with the men team. In the last couple of years, I've been with the women's team, and we've been pretty successful. We've been breaking records and stuff. So I'm enjoying working with the women for right now. I have a lot of experience working with developmental or minor league basketball. I've coached in the World Basketball Association, won 5 championships in that, ended up becoming the commissioner of that league, and helped a lot of good players go all the way through up to the NBA. Players like Jamario Moon was my guy, and we helped him get, become a rookie in the league at the age of 28. Guys like Magic Dorsey, who was currently an international superstar. Those were all my guys that we helped to develop at the WBA. So I did that for 12 years, So, and currently, along with Talladega College, I have my own player development program called Rebound Doctor, which is my nickname, which comes from my college experience. I led the nation in rebounding and was drafted by the Clippers and played with the Globetrotters and played in Spain. So I've been around.
Respect.
Thank you.
Hey, that's a hefty resume. That's for sure.
I'm trying to scale it down.
So, last question. How do you feel about the actual college season getting back to normal?
Yeah, this has been an unbelievable year, And in fact, when this all started, our team at time, we were in Iowa playing in the NAIA National Championships. We were able to squeeze our game off because we had a 10:30 a.m. game. When our game ended and we were eating dinner, That's when we found out that the season was closed. The NBA announced it first. And, you know, we hightailed back to Ohio, you know, and we've been shut down, obviously, ever since then. This season, the end of school decided not to have athletics. It was very sad for everybody. But for me, it wasn't, because I felt like that we had to be sure that we could protect ourselves and our kids. And I didn't know if we were going to be able to do that. And so we canceled the season. But what we did is we took advantage of it by saying, well, you know what, we're just going to get bigger, stronger, faster, and get totally prepared. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. You know, as the first semester here at Wilberforce was all virtual, this semester students are allowed back on campus. So we had the girls and the guys here, and we're in the gym working hard. We get tested once a week. We're able to tie things together. But it's just, you know, it's a sad situation. You know, I've been fighting to bring myself back to normal. In fact, today, I'm fully vaccinated. You know, I've had my 2 weeks after my second shot, and I'm back in business with my player development and everything else. So I'm really happy about that. To see, I think we're turning the corner, and I think that we'll be back to close to normal. We'll be back to being manageable when we come back next season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season going back to normal. So
You don't know what you miss until you miss it. You know,
very true.
It's been severe. This has been severe.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Coach Joshua Horton,
Yes.
most valuable coach of the Pro Showcase here off in Nebraska. Man, you had your team motivated and ready to play. That's one thing I can say about you. And that's the reason why we're having you on this thread right now, because you work with kids. You work with kids, and you also passionate about kids. And I want you to elaborate a little bit on how important that the showcase in Nebraska was to a lot of the athletes, and also you, including you, seeing some of the athletes get opportunities.
Well, it was very important. And I knew that as soon as you introduced the idea of the event to me, and you kind of explained it to me, that event last week was so powerful. I've been in Omaha for most of my life, about 30 of my 41 years. And I've seen everything that has been offered in this area as far as basketball, as far as opportunities for these young men. And that event, it stands out. Of all the years I've been here, that event really, really stands out as a great opportunity it was for those men to just get a chance to do something that I know they all have wanted to do. That opportunity was brought to them. And in a place like Omaha, where right now we actually have a large talent pool, it was like the right time. It really was the right time, Steph. So, and I knew that. That's why when you asked me to coach, I mean, it was an automatic yes. I wanted to be a part of the situation, just because you already know with my passion and how much I love, you know, just the game of basketball. And I want the best for any player. So I was just glad to be a part of it. And everyone on my team, I mean, yeah, we won a championship, but it really wasn't about that to me. It was really about just keeping those guys engaged and motivated and just understanding why they were there. And I just wanted to push them a little bit, hoping that anyone or everyone, whoever could get possibly a contract or just the right looks through that event. So I just appreciate you for that, man. I know how much it meant. All those players know how much it meant. And so just as a coach who was able to take part in that, I appreciate that. And as far as the younger youth, I know that the event coming up is going to be a great one for them as well. I really do. I mean that.
Appreciate you. I truly appreciate you all, men, from Grayson Cox with your presence, and also me with your presence as well too. So thank you all very much. And I wish you all the best. And I want to just send some blessings and positive energy along your journey today. And again, thank you very much. And Coach, I'm looking forward to meeting you. That's for certain.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Good day.